Hi, welcome to JSI. We hope you are enjoying your new refrigerated store fixture. In this short video, we will demonstrate the proper preventative maintenance to ensure your new refrigerated fixture will have a long and productive life. But first, did you know that this unit has an adjustable bin depth? To adjust the depth of the bin, locate the screws that protrude slightly from the interior walls of the bin. Next, notice the finger holes around the edge of the adjustable pan. Put your fingers through here and lift the pan up slightly. Slide the pan gently to the side and let the protruding screws pass through the available gaps in the pan. Slide the pan back and rest it on top of the screws. Repeat for the other side. Depending on what product you are merchandising, you may want to take advantage of the adjustable bin depths. Now it's time to clean the unit. You won't be able to turn the unit off until you remove part of the wood wrap. In order to remove the wood, you will need a screwdriver to remove the screws holding the wood panels on. Remove the wood panels on both short ends of the unit. On both sides of this unit, you will see two triangular metal vents. One is the air intake vent, and the other is the exhaust vent. Use a screwdriver to loosen but not remove the screws that hold these vent hoods on. Then carefully remove the vents by sliding them up and away. Now it will be obvious which vent is the intake and which is the exhaust. The intake vent will be right next to the main power switch. Ensure that the unit is turned off by flipping the main power switch to the off position and unplugging the unit. Now we're going to clean the unit's filter and condenser coil. These should be cleaned on a monthly basis. Look back to your two triangular metal vent hoods. The intake vent has a screen filter which will slide out of the bottom. The filter can be cleaned by vacuuming the debris off or by rinsing it under water. If you have rinsed it under water, please allow the filter to dry before putting it back in service. Now we can clean the condenser coil. In order to access the condenser coil, you will need to remove the front louver with a Phillips head screwdriver. Please be extremely careful when cleaning the condenser coil, as the fins can be very sharp. Now that your condenser coil is accessible, clean it by gently running a vacuum nozzle parallel to the coil fins. You may choose to use a medium bristle brush, but be careful not to accidentally push debris further into the fins. Once the coil has been cleaned, please reattach the front louver. If the filter screen is clean and dry, slide it back into place in the intake vent hood. Do not reattach the intake vent hood yet. You will need to access the power switch to turn the unit back on before putting it in service. Just leave this area alone for now. Next, it's important to ensure that the condensate drain from the evaporator coil is clean and free of debris. This should also be done on a monthly basis and always be done immediately prior to cleaning the condensate pan, which we will cover next. In order to access the drain, the unit will need to be unloaded of product. Once the unit is unloaded, remove the bottom metal pans to show the fans. Do you see the solar thermometer on the side of the unit? This side of the bin is where the unit's air supply comes from. Remove the air supply pan by lifting up gently. Before going any farther, once again be sure that the unit is turned off and unplugged prior to performing any preventative maintenance. Disconnect the fans by removing the electrical tape and unplugging the connectors. In order to remove the fan pans, lift up on the front first, then slide them away from the unit. Now you should be able to see the drain. Please clean all debris in the pan connected to the drain, then remove the drain plate. Now, using a long, narrow brush, clean the interior of the drain by snaking the brush through it. Once the drain has been cleaned, please reassemble the unit in the reverse order you took it apart in. Be sure to retape the fan connectors. Now we must clean the condensate pan, which the drain empties into. Remember, this should be done every single time the drain is cleaned. In order to access the condensate pan, remove the panel at the exhaust end of the unit using a Phillips head screwdriver. Please remove all debris from the condensate pan. Any debris left will cause a foul odor and cause the pan to fail. Use a flashlight to be sure that all debris has been removed from the dark area. Be sure not to damage the condensate pan float. Once all debris is removed, ensure that the float is free moving by sliding it gently up and down. Once the condensate pan has been cleaned, replace the panel covering the condensate pan. Then reattach the triangular metal exhaust hood and screw the wood wrap back into place. If you are ready to turn your unit on, plug it in and flip the power switch to the on position. Replace the intake vent hood and tighten the screws that hold it in place. Reattach the wood wrap last of all. In order to keep your unit looking clean and new, follow these next suggestions. To clean the inside of your unit, wipe it down using a solvent-free multi-purpose cleaner. To clean the plexiglass around the unit, wipe it down using a solvent and ammonia-free multi-purpose cleaner. Make sure there is nothing underneath the unit blocking the intake and exhaust hoods. And for maximum efficiency, do not load the unit with product over the top of the air supply. We call this the load line. By following these simple preventative maintenance procedures, your unit should always be running correctly. If you have any further questions or concerns, contact the Refrigeration Technical Service line at 1-844-454-1948. Thank you for choosing JSI Store Fixtures, and good luck with your new refrigerated unit.